What is up? Thanks for being here. System recap for Wednesday's games. Here are the results. Twins lose in a frustrating game at Cleveland, but the minor league side sweeps, and we're going to do something I want to get kind of in more of a habit of here in the system recaps, and that is starting with minor league highlights. Aaron Sabato getting things started for us. Looking trim this year. He's always going to be a big, beefy guy, but he's looking a little bit more fit this year. He hits one the other way out in Frisco into the lazy river. Yes, they have a lazy river there. That is so awesome. That's so minor league stadium. I love it. Kyler Fedko also homered. He had 5 homers this year after hitting 3 last season for Wichita. I think we needed to see some home runs was what tonight's recap was all about. Brandon Winokur finally hit his first homer of the year for Cedar Rapids. It's been a tough go for him. But he's not striking out a ton, and that's usually what the problem with him is. Kyle DeBarge, then, you see in a tie game in the bottom of the 8th inning, blast this go-ahead home run. This was eventually turned out to be the difference in the game. Muscling up, Kyle DeBarge, known a bit more for his speed, but he's 11 for 11 in stolen base attempts this year, too. And then Pancho Ruiz didn't quite hit this one out for a walk-off grand slam, but this gets to the warning track for a walk-off double, scoring 2 runs. Muscles win, walk it off in the bottom of the 9th inning. Pancho Ruiz, a catcher first baseman, getting the Gatorade shower. He's having a nice go of it. Let's hear from him a bit here in the postgame.
I was just trying to get the ball in the air deep to get the run in, and got lead dropped. And
I think that was Yohander Martinez that got him. But all right, we'll get to the minor league stats in a moment. What we should touch on this Twins game real quick. Twins lose a nothing game pretty late into this one. Pablo pitched really well. He had a shutout going through 6 innings and then ran into trouble in the 7th. Gives up 2 runs in the 7th inning. Commits his, I think, 3rd error of the season. Struck out 6, didn't walk anybody. Brock Stewart gave up a home run. Danny Coulomb, though, another scoreless outing with 3 strikeouts. Perfect outing, 3 strikeouts, 16 pitches. Coulomb has not given up a run in 11 2/3 innings this year. Only 4 other pitchers have thrown more innings and still have a 0.00 ERA. You see down there. He is on a roll, and he actually ended last season on a big, long, scoreless streak. So he's really cruising. Brooks Lee hit a home run, 1 for 2 with a walk. Trevor Larnach had a couple of hits. Buxton had a hit and a stolen base, his 7th of the year. Weird lineup. Just a weird lineup in general, but I thought it was especially strange that Mickey Gasper and Cody Clemens both hit above Brooks Lee in the lineup. I don't have a huge axe to grind about that, but just odd. The Twins looking for a split tomorrow, and I think you could feel good about a split at Cleveland for sure. But, if they lose, it's hard to not feel a little down if, the way the first game went. They just blow out Cleveland, and then to lose the next 3, that'd be a bit of a bummer. But you see there down at the bottom, scoring runs has been tough. This was the 13th time in 31 games the Twins have scored 2 or fewer runs. Cleveland's done that about the same. I don't think they've done it as often, so I didn't want to compare them. So I looked to the Tigers, who've been playing amazingly. They've only scored 2 or fewer runs 5 times compared to 13 for the Twins. It's been a struggle. Over to the minor league pitching, Andrew Morris got in some trouble today, gave up 4 runs in 4 innings pitched, but struck out 5. He topped out at 97.3 miles per hour. Morris, right where he needs to be in AAA. Probably going to be pushed a little bit in AAA this year, and hopefully he works through some of this stuff and figures out how to miss some more bats. Trent Baker had a great start, a great efficient start for the Wind Surge, who won 7-0. Chase Chaney had a good long start for the Colonels, but he's a guy who really has nothing. I don't know why he's in high A. Basically, kind of a numbers game crunch. He really should be in Double A. Guy who came in from out of the organization this year. Michael Ross got the start for the Mighty Muscles, but Jason Doktorczyk actually pitched most in that one. Michael Tonkin had another rough rehab outing for the Saints. It wasn't as bad as his first couple, but Cody Funderburk now has not surrendered an earned run in 10 2/3 innings with the Saints. Mike Paredes with the Wind Surge, a guy who comes out of their bullpen. He threw 3 shutout innings and now has 20 2/3 innings and a 0.00 ERA for the Wind Surge. On the hitting side, Mike Ford hit a home run and drove in the game-winning run for the Saints, who won in extra innings. You see Aaron Sabato, in addition to hitting that home run, he had a double as well, so big game from him. Kyle DeBarge had a 3-hit night, and In addition to that go-ahead home run, he played left field, which is interesting. An infielder by trade. A lot of infielders in Cedar Rapids right now, and I think it kind of benefits him to, be a little bit more versatile. I think that makes him really interesting. Pancho Ruiz, we saw him with the walk-off and the Gatorade bath. He was 3 for 3 with a couple doubles. He's a guy really interesting. They signed him out of San Diego State as an undrafted free agent, and the weird thing was he still had another year of eligibility. So you don't see that very often, that guys don't get drafted and forego their final year of eligibility to sign a minor league deal, but Ruiz did. Yasser Mercedes stole his 11th base, and Byron Churio now has 25 walks in 20 games for the Mighty Muscles. Royce Lewis was 0 for 5 with a couple strikeouts and played third base for 9 innings. That Saints game went into extras. He didn't play the extra innings, but going to be interesting to see if maybe he plays tomorrow in the field. And then, that would hint at maybe he's going to be back with the Twins really quick. So, the rehab going well. Ricardo Olivar reached base 4 times for Wichita as well. So lots going on good in the minor leagues. Again, Saints win in extras, Wind Surge win and shut out their opponent. Colonels win on that DeBarge homer late, and the Mighty Muscles win on a walk-off. So thanks for checking this one out. Really appreciate you. We'll talk again soon.